Hello and welcome, beautiful Libra, to the collective reading. This is your higher perspective reading. So I hope that this reading gives you some of the higher perspective that you may need at this time. We'll start off first with a spirit animal oracle card, and then we'll move over to the dream oracle cards, and then we'll have some clarification with the crystal power tarot. So the first card that's come up for you here is the chameleon card. The message really is stay in the background and adapt to the situation rather than being conspicuous and attempting to direct the course of events. So the energy that I get here is that potentially there is a lot going on for the Libra collective. You might be feeling that potentially there's a lot going on that you wish you could have some form of control over, or that you could change. You might be struggling a little bit to try and influence a situation in some or other way. But when you think about the chameleon, the chameleon is really good at being able to slowly go up the branch, camouflage itself so that it doesn't attract too much attention, because it's really just checking the area, it's checking what's happening, it's looking for some food, it's being inconspicuous rather than conspicuous, and it's kind of blending in with the background and just taking it all in until the right opportunity arises. When you think about the chameleon, they're going out towards the branch, they're camouflaging in so that they themselves are not in danger. And when that insect arrives, they can quickly grab it. So they really have a great perspective, a really great view from where they're at without being in harm's way. And I feel like that's kind of the message here, is to maybe just take things down a little, because I do feel that whatever it is that you're working on, there will be prosperity. So the message on this card is give and expect the universe to give back to you. Believe that you are prosperous already, having gratitude for everything you have in your life. Now, you can also see that there is a being looking in the mirror, and I'm getting a sense to remind some of you beautiful Libra beings that you should also be grateful for yourself and who you are. And as much as the chameleon is saying that you should maybe blend in a little to the background because perhaps you're trying to control something a little bit too much, that doesn't mean that you need to hide yourself. You should be really proud of who you are. Look at yourself in the mirror in the mornings and say, you know what? I am a beautiful being. If you don't have a positive affirmation to say to yourself in the morning, this might be a really good time to do that. And a really positive affirmation for you to consider might be around situations. Now, in my life, I've always learned about the C and the I and the A, not the CIA, like the but when there is a situation, the C stands for change. Now, can you change that situation? The I stands for influence. So if you cannot change it, can you influence it? And if you cannot influence it, can you accept it? Because if you can't accept it, it's going to be something that's going to drag you down. It's going to lower your energy, and it's going to be heavy for you. So remember to give of yourself. And remember that the universe will give back to you, but also that you believe that you are prosperous already. Let's get some tarot cards just to clarify this message, but that's the general theme that I'm feeling for most of the Libra collective. Please take what resonates and please leave behind what does not. Oh, I had one that flipped over. No, that was a sneaky one that did not flip over. So over here, we have got the 9 of Cups. And again, it speaks exactly to what I was just saying. I trust in the flow of life. Let's get your final tarot card for the clarification, for the higher perspective reading for the Libra collective. So again, the 9 of Cups, the affirmation on the 9 of Cups here is about I trust in the flow of life. So when we think about a 9 of Cups energy, 9 of Cups speaks about manifested dreams. It speaks about wishes being fulfilled. It's happiness, contentment, it's joy. And so Perhaps some of you have been trying really hard to create harmonious, beautiful, joyous experiences, but remember that we're not in control of other people. We're only in control of how we respond to them. So for you, I see that if you do take the time to just actually take the time, be the chameleon, go slowly out in the branch, make sure not to make yourself too seen by those who potentially could be a threat to you, right? I really believe that prosperity will come because Nine of Cups is a card of prosperity. It absolutely is. But the message on this card is to trust in the flow of life. Remember that you can control yourself. You cannot control others and how they react. So the Three of Swords also speaks about disappointment. It speaks about heartbreak. A lot of the times, this is a card of kind of breakups. This could be in a romantic relationship, a friendship. Perhaps some of you have gone through some really difficult experiences within your relationships recently, and you're trying to actually find a sense of joy. You're trying to find how to make things happy again, or joyous, or harmonious. But I feel that the message really is to focus on yourself first, to focus on your own abilities, to focus on your own needs. You need to go out there and catch that fly for yourself first before you can help others. When we think of cups and we think of our own cup, our cup needs to be full before we can share that with anybody else. So some of you might be dealing with some form of heartbreak or disappointment, but remember that the message on this card is that I see things exactly as they are. And that's the most important component when we go through these difficult situations. Understand what you can. It speaks very much to my CIA acronym there, but it's, what can you change? What can you influence? And what are you going to accept? The things that you cannot seem to accept, that's the pointer for what you need to work through, what you need to sit and look at yourself in the mirror and say, why am I struggling so much with accepting this? The final card is so positive, and this is the Page of Pentacles card. Now the page is so the page brings news. So I feel like this is some good news, some new beginnings. Typically, the Page of Cups would mean new romance. And so if some of you are coming out of a breakup or a really difficult time, it's quite normal that you wouldn't have the Page of Cups, because I feel that you first need to understand your own true colors. You first need to really take some time to look at the things that you do like and do not like, and what you're going to work on there, whether that's with yourself, your relationship with yourself, or your relationship with others. But really, the message here, and this is the final message for the higher perspective that you need today, is I am open to opportunities for personal growth. Now, remember that when we don't know what to do in a situation, potentially where there's been conflict or issues in love, or some heartbreak or disappointment, again, it is so good to focus on yourself. What are the areas in your life that you feel that you could be improving upon? What is the thing that you felt that you've been wanting to do? Maybe that is actually going out into nature, spending some time with nature. I mean, I would always recommend that, because that is one of the best ways to get grounded, to go meditate in nature, whether that's a walking meditation. But beautiful Libra, there is prosperity coming for you. I mean, the Page of Pentacles is a message of prosperity coming. So I'm sending you a huge amount of love and light through any difficult times that you may be going through right now. But remember that from a higher perspective, you need to trust in the flow of life, and have gratitude for everything that you have already. More blessings will come to you. I hope that this reading has resonated with you. And if it did, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel and help me grow. But most of all, beautiful Libra, I hope that your flames continue to burn brightly, sending you lots of love and light in this time. Take care.